Maine is a state known for its dense forests, rugged coastline, and beautiful lobsters, but it's also home to many spooky stories and urban legends that's passed down through generations. From ghostly apparitions in old lighthouses to mysterious creatures haunting the forests and waterways, Maine has a rich tradition of scary tales. I'm your host Andrew, and here are your top 10 scary Maine urban legends. Let's get started. At the number 10 spot, we have the Frost Giants. The legend of the Frost Giants in Maine is a popular story that has been passed down through countless generations. According to the legend, the Frost Giants of Maine were these tall, ghostly figures that appear in the woods on cold winter nights. They're said to be covered in frost and ice, and they roam the forest looking for victims to freeze and murder. The legend of the Frost Giants is said to have originated with indigenous Wabanaki people who lived in Maine for thousands of years. The Wabanaki believed that the Frost Giants were powerful spirits who could control the weather and bring cold and snow to the land. They also believe the Frost Giants were protectors of the forest, and they say that they would punish those who harm the land or its inhabitants. Many people who lived in the rural areas of Maine still believe in these Frost Giants, claiming to have seen them wandering the woods on cold winter nights. Some even say that the Frost Giants can be heard howling in the distance on some nights, but ultimately their mystery will be forever frozen in time. Number 9. The Kennebec Arsenal. The Kennebec Arsenal was a military arsenal and armory located in Augusta, Maine. The arsenal was built in 1828 and was used for the manufacture, storage, and repair of weapons and munitions for the United States Army. It was in operation until 1894, when it was decommissioned and the equipment and weapons were moved to other locations. However, visitors to this place claim that it has been haunted ever since closing down. Many claim that the arsenal is haunted by the ghosts of the soldiers who passed away while working there. According to the legend, these ghosts can be heard marching and drilling in the empty halls of the arsenal, and sometimes their figures can be seen wandering the grounds. Another legend associated with this place is that it's haunted by the ghost of a woman who was killed in a tragic accident inside of the arsenal. Locals say that the woman's ghost can be heard crying and moaning inside, and that her ghostly figure can sometimes be seen sitting inside of these halls. Overlooking the Kennebec River, this building is still a favorite for hikers, but don't be surprised if you encounter one of their many ghosts they have here. Number 8. The Pownalborough Ghost. The Pownalborough Ghost is a spirit that is said to haunt the old courthouse in the town of Pownalborough. The story of the Pownalborough Ghost is thought to have originated in the late 1700s, back to the times when the courthouse was still in use. At the time, the courthouse was the site of many trials and executions, and it was said that the ghosts of those who were wrongfully convicted or unfairly sentenced were returned to haunt this building. And honestly, if I was in the same position, I would too. Over time, the legend of the Pownalborough Ghost grew, and people began to make claim that they had seen the ghostly apparition of a man inside of the courthouse. Some claim to have seen him standing in the courtroom, while others have seen him wandering the halls and even appearing in the windows of the building. Nowadays, the building hosts haunted tours, so if you want to see the man everyone is talking about, this might be your best opportunity. Number 7. The Old Orchard Beach Monster. The Old Orchard Beach Monster is a mysterious sea creature that is said to have been sighted off the coast of Old Orchard Beach. Sightings of this monster are thought to have originated in the early 1900s, when the beach was a popular summer destination for tourists and locals alike. At the time, people would go swimming in the ocean, and some claim to have seen a strange serpent-like creature swimming in the waters near the beach. Over time, the legend of the Old Orchard Beach Monster grew, and the people began to claim that they had seen the creature on multiple occasions while visiting this place. Some claimed to have seen it swimming near the shore, while others said they have seen it lurking in the deeper waters off the shore. Many decomposed whales wash ashore here as well, which many crowds of people believe that the serpent water is responsible for them. However, no physical evidence proves its existence or even no bite marks, so this one may look like a little bit of a bust. Number 6. The Kennebunk Inn. The Kennebunk Inn is a historic inn located in Kennebunk, Maine that has more than a few guests checking out as ghost believers. The inn was built in 1799 and has been in operation for over 200 years. And as we see, the patterns tend to tell us that the longer a hotel is up and running, the more time there is for a few ghosts to call it their home. The Kennebunk Inn is just one of those places. Visitors claim that the inn is haunted by the ghost of a former guest who passed away here. According to the legend, the ghost of a woman can be seen walking the halls of the inn, and also can be seen moving objects around and throwing them at people. As well, a former innkeeper has passed away in a fire at this hotel, and his ghost is seen spotted by many guests who claim to see her charred up body inside of the lobby. The most notorious room in this inn is room 17, where the lights will just turn on in the middle of the night. Although, I don't really know if this is just scary or really annoying. And many guests have opted to not clean the room after encountering things out of the ordinary. So guess you know what to do next. Book a stay here. In the hump of our list, we have Seguin Island Lighthouse. The Seguin Island Lighthouse is a historic lighthouse located on Seguin Island off the coast of Maine. The lighthouse was built in 1795 and is one of the oldest lighthouses in the United States. With that being said, also considered one of the most haunted lighthouses in the United States as well. The lighthouse has a rich history and has been the subject of many stories and legends. One such legend is that of a ghost of a former lighthouse keeper named Isaac Dunham, who haunts the lighthouse to this day. According to the legend, Dunham drowned in the waters near the island after going out on a routine walk, and now his ghost haunts the lighthouse and the waters around it. They say he appears to visitors who walk near the lighthouse or island, and other times his face will be seen poking out of the water, watching your every single move. Another legend associated with this island is that it's haunted by the ghost of a woman whose husband was murdered on this island. The legend says that the woman's ghost can be heard crying and moaning at night, and that her ghostly figure can be seen walking around asking visitors where her husband is. Number 4, the ghost ship of the Damariscotta. The ghost ship of the Damariscotta is a ghostly vessel that appears on the Damariscotta River. This ship is said to be the ghost ship of a pirate ship that was sunk by the British Navy many years ago. This occurred in the early 1850s when the 210-foot ship named the Ellen Austin was strolling through the river on their way to New York. After a few days, their ship got lost in a heavy mist, and when they came out, they seemed to have just vanished out of thin air. Then 2 days later, their ship was back, and when an investigation was done, it was found that no crew was on board. Another odd thing was that everything looked perfectly normal, like there wasn't any sort of panic or whatever. However, none of the ship's logs were found, only giving its story more mystery. Nowadays, residents around the river claim to see a ghostly ship in the distance, usually when it's foggy, pointing out responsibility to the Ellen Austin, saying it's on its way to its watery grave. Number 3, the Mothman of Maine. Everyone should know the Mothman, but it's said that this creature originated from the state of Maine. The Mothman is a mysterious creature that is said to have been sighted in the woods of northern Maine. Sightings of the Mothman started in the 1960s when a group of hunters claimed to have seen a large winged creature in the woods near Moosehead Lake. The creature was described as being humanoid in appearance with glowing red eyes and wings that were covered in fur. Over time, more sightings of the Mothman occurred and the legend just kept on growing. Some people claim to have seen the creature flying through the skies over northern Maine, while others have seen it lurking in the woods or even in their own backyards. Regardless, the number of witnesses to the Mothman has led this creature to become an international sensation. Or maybe it just uses wings to fly to other locations. Well, in that case, Number 2, Fort William Henry. Fort William Henry was a British fort located in the town of Pemaquid, Maine. The fort was built in 1692 and was used to protect the town and its residents from attacks by the French and their Native American allies. The fort was the site of a famous siege in 1757 during the French and Indian War and was eventually captured and burned by the French. However, the event that made this whole place cursed happened in 1696 when Native American chief Tacalexis was hung by the fort. Local legend has it that he haunts a historic site to this day. Today, Fort William Henry is a popular tourist attraction and is open to the public for tours. The fort has been restored to its original appearance, but guests come out claiming to see the spirit walking the grounds, and others claim that his neck is bent in the same way he got hung. Number 1, the Blackwoods Road. Blackwoods Road is a remote, desolate road that is said to be haunted by the ghosts of those who passed away there. The legend of the Blackwoods Road is thought to have originated in the early 1900s when the road was a fairly new and poorly maintained thoroughfare. At the time, the road was known for its many sharp turns and steep inclines, which made it treacherous to navigate. Many people who use the road would often get lost or stranded, and some even passed away in the many accidents that occurred here. Eventually, as the casualties racked up, people started to believe that the Blackwoods Road was cursed and also was haunted by the ghosts who have passed away there. This is because some who've driven down this road have claimed to have seen strange lights or heard eerie noises coming from the woods along the road. Others have reported seeing a figure stand in front of their car before completely disappearing just upon impact. Well, these are the top 10 scary Maine urban legends. What do you guys think about this list? Leave a comment down below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for some more content. I'm your host, Andrew, and I hope you guys have a scary day.